Good morning to all. In the last class I taught you about the clutch. What is by clutch and what are the types of clutch, right? In this class I am going to teach you about the types of friction clutches. Types of friction clutches. What are the types of friction clutches? Here we have three different classifications. First one, plate clutch, cone clutch and centrifugal clutch. First we need to know what's the clutch. Clutch is a device or clutch is a mechanism to engage and disengage the gear without slip. Without slip, right? That is the main important thing. Here we have different type of friction clutches: plate clutch, cone clutch, centrifugal clutch. How it will operate? Based on the arrangement, mechanical arrangement. Based on the mechanical arrangement only, they are define their names. Define the names. Plate clutch. For this type of clutch, they are arranging the clutch plates. They are arranging the clutch plate and pressure plates simultaneously and form the clutch. According to that, we can classify into two different types. First one, single plate clutch. Second one, multi plate clutch. Okay, right? So first one, single plate clutch. Second one, multi plate clutch. In this single plate clutch, only one clutch plate is available. Only one clutch plate is available in that arrangement, right? With the help of that, we are operating a system, right? Then second one, multi plate clutch. In this type of clutch, we have arranged a number of clutch plates, and instead of that, we need to arrange the lining, clutch lining, right? At the end, we need to use the pressure plate. At the end, we need to use the pressure plate to give the pressure to the clutch plates, right? Then second one, cone clutch. What's the cone clutch? The clutch plate, the clutch section, the overall clutch section is conical shape, right? That's why they named as cone clutch. The section of the clutch is the cone clutch. Here we have more contact area, more contact surface, right? So the friction will be more. Friction will be more here. This is the main thing. Third one, centrifugal clutch. What's the centrifugal clutch? Which are the clutches will be operated by centrifugal force? Which are the clutches operated by centrifugal force? That clutches are called as centrifugal clutches, right? That clutches are called as centrifugal clutches. Then already we know the types of clutches, types of friction clutches. Here we need to design a clutch. For that, what are the details we need to consider? What are the data we need to consider? What are the theories we need to consider? What are the theories we need to consider means uniform wear theory, uniform pressure theory. Uniform wear theory and uniform pressure theory. Why we need to consider this? Uniform wear theory. Why we need to consider this means uniform wear theory will take place when the clutch lining is used after some periods, beyond the period of time. That condition we need to satisfy. That's why we are considering this uniform wear theory. Then uniform pressure theory, where the uniform friction will be takes place. Where the uniform friction will be takes place. Where the uniform friction will be takes place. Where means where we are using the new lining. Where we are using the new clutch lining, right? New clutch lining means this is a new product. On that condition also we need to satisfy. When you are used lining, here when you are using a new lining, both the condition we need to satisfy while designing a clutch, right? Now I am going to solve the problem. Read the problem. An automotive clutch, a single plate clutch consists of two pairs of contacting surfaces. The inner and outer radii of friction plate are 120 mm and 250 mm respectively. The coefficient of friction is 0.2 and the total axial force is 15 kilonewton. Calculate the power transmitting capacity of the clutch plate at 500 rpm using uniform wear theory and uniform pressure theory. Right? Then write the given data. What are the data given? Number of pairs, 2 pairs, right? N equal to 2. Then inner and outer radius of the friction plates. Inner radius is the 120 mm, outer radius is the 250 mm. So R2 and R1 we need to convert into meter divided by 1000. Then the coefficient of friction is 0.2. Mu, and the total axial force W, that is 15 kilonewton. So we need to convert into Newton into 10 power 3. Calculate the power transmitting capacity of the clutch plate at 500 rpm. So the speed of the clutch plate, that is 500 rpm. What we need to find? Calculate the power transmitting capacity of the clutch plate at 500 rpm using uniform wear theory and uniform pressure theory. For both the condition we need to find the power transmitting capacity, right? So we need to select the suitable formula for that. What is the power transmitter formula? This is a common formula. Power transmitting equal to 2 pi nt by 60. This is a common formula for finding the power transmitter, right? So here we have one unknown value, that is torque T, capital T, right? So we need to find that torque value from that particular theory, uniform wear theory. Then only we can able to substitute those values here and find the value of power transmitter, right? For that I am going to find the value of torque from that uniform wear theory. The formula is torque T equal to 1 by 2 N mu W into R1 plus R2, right? Here we have all the values. Already we have all the values, so we can substitute all the values here. And find the value of torque. The torque value will be 1387.5 Newton meter. Right? After finding the value of torque, we need to substitute those values in this power transmitted equation. That is 2 pi nt by 60. Already we know the value of speed, torque we found here. So we can substitute those values here and find the value of power transmitted. For uniform wear theory, the value will be power P equal to 72.65 kilowatt. After finding the value of power transmitted by uniform wear theory, we need to find that value in uniform pressure theory. What's the formula for finding the torque? 2 by 3 N into mu into W into R1 cube minus R2 cube divided by R1 square minus R2 square. This is the formula for finding the torque value from the uniform pressure theory. Here we can substitute all the values in this equation and find the value of torque. The torque value will be 144.6 Newton meter. Right? After finding the value of torque, we can substitute the value of torque and speed value in this power transmitted equation, and find the value of power transmitted by uniform pressure theory. The value of power transmitted by uniform pressure theory is 75.64 kilowatt. 75.64 kilowatt, right? In the next class, I will teach you about the another one most important problem regarding the clutch. Thank you.